So, y'all have been wondering what happened. Well, of course, before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, all that jazz. Go follow all my social medias, links in the description. Go follow Smeltz's Personal Podcast, now available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I got some new social medias and, links that are there. And obviously, episodes of Smeltz's Personal Podcast come out every single week. So, y'all want to know what the heck happened? Because I did post a video months ago, back in January or February. And ever since then, you haven't heard from me on here. And then, well, why don't I just show you guys a picture of something that, let's just say something was wrong with my social medias. And what happened was everything just disappeared. And so that's what today's video is all about, is I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about why that happened with all my social medias and what are you going to expect from me now. And so why don't we get into the first part, which is why did all my pictures, videos, etc., why did all my social medias go blank? So let's get into that first. Alright, so y'all want to know why and what happened to my social medias. So, a couple months back, for some reason, everything on my social media just got disappeared. Just disappeared. My pictures, my videos, my profile picture was changed, my bio was changed. Everything was changed. And I want to explain why that happened. So everybody was thinking, obviously had their assumptions oh, did his account get hacked? What happened? What's going on? That was my own choice. I deleted everything. All my videos, all my pictures, everything. I changed my profile picture so nobody knew what my face looked like. And it was all for, one, because I was going through something. And also, it was almost an experiment too. I was thinking in my head, because a lot of people watched my social media. But some people watched it for the wrong reasons. People watched it to criticize, make fun of, disrespect, all that. I gotta say, probably the majority of my subscribers, well, I wouldn't say that the majority of my subscribers are actual supporters, are not actual supporters. They are. And, and then obviously I have the little trolls that, just use me for views to make fun of me and take that opportunity. And so I did this experiment and I was thinking to myself, what if I were to just disappear off the face of social media? Would anybody care? Would anybody notice? And with the experiment results, it turns out nobody did. I disappeared off social media starting in March. It is July. Not a single person asked me about it. Not a lot of people asked me about it. Nobody even cared. Nobody even noticed. There was one person, two people that noticed. And it was my best friends in the whole wide world. And I'm going to pop up a picture real quick of who those two were. So yeah, my two best friends in the whole wide world, Christian and Caleb. Shout out to them. They've been on my channel numerous times. Because I remember I got a message from Christian saying, hey dude, what the heck happened to your Instagram? What happened to your other social medias? What? Why did everything disappear? And I explained to him what was happening. It was because I was doing a social experiment. And also the second reason was I was going through a lot of things where, it was just personal to me, and I felt like I just needed to get rid of all the negativity things, which it was social media, because I would look on there and I would see, I would see things that I'd be like, wow. And for some reason, it would just make me upset, because I'm like, and then when all my friends would talk about, oh, this is going to happen, oh, I got this big thing, I was just like, what's going on, And so I just completely wiped myself off of social media for a while. And then after a few months of reflecting, I, finally have decided to come back, because I knew that I needed to start doing social media not for other people, but for myself. Because what I post is my business, not anybody else's. And what I put out on the internet is what I put out on the internet. And it's because I want to put it out there to influence everybody on the internet. I want to influence others and, be that good example and light to others, whether it's, whatever I post or whatever I talk about or whatever I address. And I want to do it for myself and not for other people. And so I had to come to that realization. And, now I've decided to stay back. And I guess, long story short, social media got wiped because it was my personal choice. And I just needed time to just focus on myself and try to improve myself physically, mentally, and emotionally. And I have done that tremendously. I've been, going to the gym more than I ever have in my life. I've been trying to, better myself at my job and, with other future employers. I'm getting ready to go to school soon, hopefully, fingers crossed. There's going to be a lot of big changes, and which leads me to probably the final part of this video, which is, what are my plans going to look like going forward with YouTube, Instagram, the podcast, just all my social media in general. So why don't we get into that part? All right, guys, it's time to explain what are my plans going to be looking like going forward with YouTube, the podcast, all my other social medias that I have. So after careful reflection, after these last couple months of not being heavily active on social media, I've decided that I am going to continue doing it and use this as an opportunity to start over. And I feel like that's what's going to be best for me, is when it comes to things like social media, is I've decided officially to start on a clean slate. And so what your guys are going to notice about some of my social medias is things from high school. Like if you go to my Instagram, I had a lot of things from high school, like dances I went to and choir concerts I performed at, and DECA competitions that I had, and a bunch of things that I did while I was in school, like football games I went to. All of that is going to be gone. The only thing that I kept on my Instagram was senior sunrise and senior sunset, and then obviously graduation, because obviously those are milestones. Because high school was, it had its ups and downs for sure. But for me, I feel like high school was just filled with so much drama and dread and a lot of just horrible things. And so I've completely decided to just wipe all those memories and, move on. Because obviously I've been out of high school for about a year now, and those memories will still hold a place in my heart, obviously. But it's time for me to focus on, starting over on a new slate. And I'm also going to be focused on posting specific content when it comes to like my specific social medias, like, you know, posting about, you know, maybe training at the gym, or like reaction videos, more vlogs, definitely on YouTube, and you know, just all that stuff. But like, I'm taking this as an opportunity to start over. It's a new me, clean slate, you know, and I want you guys to comment down below what kind of content you guys want to see with this new thing that's going to be starting up. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of big things coming up. And obviously you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that. And that's why I decided to come back on YouTube and film again and like start posting my content on social media, because there's a lot of big things coming up and I want to be able to bring you guys along for the journey for these. So, and you know, I guess it's time to officially start over. So, thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you guys for joining me for the time that you had to take time out of your day to watch this video. But this is my official start over video. And one thing that I want to tell you guys and lead off with is, when times are good, you should be grateful. But when times are bad, you should be graceful. Dustin Poirier said that once. When times are good, be grateful. But when times are bad, be graceful. Because we're so blessed to be living this life every single day and, you know, experience things like the good, the bad, the hurt, you know. It's amazing when you look at things that way. And, you know, another thing that he mentions is you got to practice mindfulness and setting your intentions, and be grateful for every day that you will get to wake up. Because we have no idea what's going to happen, like, the days to come. Like, we don't know what's going to happen the next day or the next day. All we can be is grateful for things that we have. And, you know, grateful for the memories that we made with others and, you know, with ourselves. And just always remember that. When times are good, be grateful. And when times are bad, be graceful. But hey, I love you guys so much. It's good to be back, baby. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go.